My name is Justina. Welcome to Justina's Healthy Ghanaian Meals, where we learn how to meal prep healthy Ghanaian meals each week. Let's get started. The first step of meal prepping is writing down what you will be cooking that week. Writing it down helps you also start your grocery list that you need to meal prep that week. You can break down your ingredients by vegetables you need, carbs you need, protein you need, and you can sometimes even include your snacks that you need. So when you go to the store, you have your list ready to shop. The ingredients that you need to make healthy, yummy, delicious Ghanaian meals, you can always find it in the produce section of your local grocery store. All that you need, it's here. You do not need no processed food. You do not need no packaged food. Everything that you need is here, just as we make it back home. Food from the farm are always food from the produce section. Fresh, healthy, good for your body. It heals your body. It have healthy benefits. So always shop at the produce section of your grocery store. Okay, now that I have walked you through two of my steps of how I do my weekly meal prep, let's talk about some of the things you would need in your kitchen. One of my friends jokingly calls these, Justina, you got the lunch lady pans. And let me tell you, my lunch lady pans, it's so handy. It makes my meal prep so easy. You can put 4 of these in your oven at a time, making it so quickly. All right, so now that you know, we will be meal prepping Ghanaian chicken stew and Ghanaian chicken soup. Let's get started. Why stew? Ghanaian vegetable stews, you can do so much with it. You can eat it with rice. You can eat it with green plantain. You can eat it with yellow plantains. You can eat it with yam. You can eat it with your protein of choice, beef, chicken, fish, or sometimes you can just eat the veggies all by itself. Who doesn't love soup? Every Ghanaian loves soup. We love our soup. Growing up in the Bronx, sometimes you will enter a building and you say to yourself, Ghana needs a building. Why? Because you smell the aroma of the soup somebody's making in the apartment by the elevator. So I always meal prep, including soups. And you can always have the soups days that you want to have something light. You can have it for lunch, you can have it for dinner, and you can add whatever. Don't worry, everything that I'm using to cook today, I will list it in the description box. So don't worry that I did not go over telling you what is what. I will list everything in the description box. I got you, don't worry. I always cook with homemade seasoning blend. You get to choose healthy ingredients that have health benefits. I blend together scallion, shallot, garlic, black pepper, turmeric, ginger, rosemary, thyme, star anise, habanero pepper, salt. By blending your own at home, you know exactly what you're putting in your food. You control what you're eating, and also you eat things that have nutritious value in your meal. I will start my cabbage stew with 1/4 cup of oil, chopped onions, the homemade seasoning blend, chopped tomatoes, some curry powder, some nutmeg, some bay leaf, and then I will add the cabbage. The rest of the veggies you see here, I will sprinkle some seasoning on it and I will bake it. The seasoning that I have is garlic powder and shallot powder. All right, so we are done cutting all of our veggies and we are ready to cook. As you can see, this is the homemade seasoning blend with everything that I showed previously, and I will use this for my cabbage stew. I will use it for my baked chicken because I also have baked chicken here, and I'm going to use it for the baked chicken. And also, I'm going to add some to my chicken soup. So let's get started on the chicken soup. I'm going to add some to my chicken soup. Add the tomatoes, the onions that we always add. Every Ghanaian know we do, and we add this too, and some salt, and let it cook. I'm just gonna add the water from the seasoning blend to it and let it slowly marinate. So now the next thing that I'm going to work on is items going into the oven. I started on the chicken because it will take a while, so I'm just gonna put some salt on it, and same thing, add some of the seasoning that I made. Since I'm baking it, I also add bay leaf to it. Let me also add 1 bay leaf to my chicken soup. And I have some veggies. Whenever you cut bell pepper, I never throw away the ends. Whenever I'm baking my chicken, I add it in here to even just add more flavor. It's gonna go in. When the juice starts cooking, you can always get it in. It's gonna go in, don't worry about it. Nothing goes to waste in my kitchen. I find a use for every single item. You pay for it, I use it. And now my chicken breast, as you can see, is ready for the oven to bake. Item that I work on. The next item is my jollof rice. I always make my jollof stew ahead of time, so when I'm ready to cook, I use this pot. If I'm cooking for a large group of people, I have a bigger pot, but when I'm only want a little piece of rice, this will only hold up 1.5 cups, and that's what I'm going to do, is 1.5 cups. And 1 cup of rice is 1 cup of water. Add some salt to it. And since I use this pot a lot, I know exactly how much I need. I know I don't quite have my spoon here, but this would do. I know a lot of people ask me, how do I bake my jollof rice? Now you know. Because I have a little bit left, and that's fine. And I have my rice down here. And like I said, I am making 1 cup of rice. So 1.5 cups. 1.5 cups, I lied. And I'm just gonna wash my rice real quick to my pot. smells so good. And little by little, you add your veggies. As you can see, I'm not cooking with a lot of oil, but trust me, it smells so good in here because you are cooking with, well, I am cooking with some yummy, yummy, delicious. And with time, you will see that, you know, water will start release from all of the veggies, and that's how you cook your food. Slowly. See all that flavor? Yes, indeed. You do not need oil. Okay, so now I'm going to add the cabbage to it. I have let it cook a little bit in the oven. And I also have the shrimp. I also cook the shrimps in the oven. So I will add some of the shrimps to it. And you see how the stew is coming along? See how it looks? So now I got all of the cabbage in here. You can have this with yam. You can have this with rice. You can have this with plantains. Or you can just have this with your protein of choice. I'm baking some chicken. And once the chicken is done, I will chop some. So some of the dishes will just be veggies, some will be cabbage with shrimp. So yes, my cabbage stew is done. I made it with less oil, you see, no oil dripping, no oil dripping. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. And have already tasted the salt. Everything is how I want it to be, and it's perfect. Perfect. Delicious. And the shrimps is done. It's here. And pretty much this does not need to cook a long time. So this is done. I'm going to turn off the oven for this. All right, let's check on our jollof rice, which is slowly cooking in the oven. I love cooking jollof rice in the oven because it cooks at an even temperature. And you see me turning my fork around. I'm just letting you know that whenever you're checking on your rice, use a fork to make it easier so the rice doesn't get sticky like a mashed dish, like a mashed potato. So always use a fork or a knife whenever you are checking on your jollof rice. The chicken soup is coming right along. The chicken is being marinated. So I just added water to the chicken broth to further cook the broth for the chicken soup. So the chicken has been well marinated, really, really well marinated. So now let it cook more, and I'll still add more water, but I still want it to cook more. You might be wondering why my chicken looks so yellowish. It's because of the turmeric I added in the seasoning blend. Turmeric has so many healthy benefits, so don't worry that your food turned yellowish. All you care about is the healthy benefits your body is getting. The chicken soup is done. So my veggies are done, as you can see, and I have set it aside to let it cool. And when it's time to meal prep, meaning package it, put it in a bowl to be put away. All right, so I'm gonna start meal prepping. My battery's about to die, so if it dies, sorry. Mostly I try to get about a cup of veggies per each meal, so that looks about right. The chicken looks so good. The baked chicken breast. Add some veggies to it. It looks so good. Add some juice. And I will add some jollof rice to it. I'll add one more small piece of chicken. Okay. My camera died, so yeah, so now I have all of this and it's gonna go in the fridge. Some will go in the freezer, but I still have a lot of leftovers. Whenever I meal prep, I always try to have some the day off, just to taste the fruit of my labor. So I'm just plating 2 plates for the night for dinner, and it was delicious.